What's up, Everyday Athlete Podcast Network listeners? This is a special wacky Wednesday, wonderful Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday show that we are doing the day before the Thanksgiving holiday when we're all running around, probably a little bit crazed with family that we don't want to see, friends who we don't want to talk to, and traffic we don't want to deal with. So enjoy the show while you can. We are going to be live on Instagram, and hopefully we get people going on there. This is your What's in Your Earbuds hosts, Joe Hardin and myself, Jason Bahamundi. Joe, how is it in Indiana right now?
What's the word? Is blustery a word? I think that's the word. I might just be making that shit up as I go, but
Derek told me that it was Widowmaker season today while he was running on the trails because of the high winds and the trees cracking and breaking on all kinds of shit.
yeah, I ran road today with a windbreaker and I felt like Michael Jackson, like, oh.
Dude, it's wild that you're wearing your Odd Duck running shirt because I too am wearing my Odd Duck running shirt.
Ooh, I like the gray. Okay, yeah.
I like the gray.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Gray is cool.
This is my first time putting on the hat and I'm pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, I got my hat here too. I got my hat.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
But I also have our What's in Your Earbuds beanie right next to us as well.
I had that on for my run, so it came in clutch today for the Mach 30 wins.
I love it, dude. So we have Santino who's joined us in the back room, but before we bring him forward, the whole point we started this last year was to have people come and be thankful, say what they're thankful for, and give us some, maybe a story of the year and something that they want to build on for next year. So I'm going to start with you. Give us one, maybe two things that you're thankful for that have transpired in 2025 and what you want to carry into next year.
Yeah. Oh, God, I have a lot of things, but well, another thing that I'm thankful for is I'll have another year of sobriety, and that's huge.
That's
so
huge.
I'm super thankful for that. And because of that, I get to have a family and I get to be present for them. I know that's a lot of things to be thankful for in one, but the sobriety is the key piece to the rest of that. I get to have those things because of the sobriety. So that's a big thing. And then, even though we talk offline about the frustrations of running a small business and all that entails, when I'm really frustrated with all those things, I'm like, oh, I should be thankful because this is where I wanted to be last year. So that's another thing I'm thankful for. Growing pains that be what they may are also a blessing. So I'm thankful for those things.
Expand on that real quick, dude. So 1 year ago, because you were on this show that we did a year ago on our Wonderful Wednesday, what did you think last year that you wanted to do? You just said I wanted to do this year. It's what was it in your mind last year, and did you accomplish that?
Yeah, I wanted to. Effectively, I guess, double the business, and I think I'll have to look back, but I think I've essentially done that, and race directing was on that list too, and I've done that. So, and I'm considering adding to that catalog. So, it's been hectic, but yeah, man, just super grateful, stoked. I guess would be the word for all that. It's been wild.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is tell the person who comes on the show what I'm thankful for them over the past year. And so I will say this, man, prior to 2025, I knew Joe Hardin. I knew of Joe Hardin. Let me rephrase that. I knew of Joe Hardin. And throughout the last, basically what amounts to 11 full months now, I've gotten to know Joe Hardin. And here's the shit, dude, right? When we look at that little box, we see Joe Hardin doing some woodworking. We see Joe Hardin run commuting. At one point, you were bike commuting when the weather was nicer. What I've learned And then what I'm thankful for is the vulnerable side of Joe, the open, honest side of Joe that has allowed me to get closer to him. The knowledge that you have of music is fucking astounding, dude. Like I am blown away by the amount of knowledge you have about music. It's amazing. The care that you have for people. Like I don't think people see it, right? Like they'll hear you on a podcast Beyond the Finish Line and they'll hear you talking to people, but I don't think they really fully get you and how much you really care about people. And I think that's really fucking cool. And then on the less serious side, like the fucking jokes and the memes and the and the gifts that I mean, I said this to Santino. We're gonna bring him on in a second too, and I posted about it. Like this Monday that just passed was fucking horrible. It was horrendous. There was no text message from you. There was no text message from Santino. Derek was lost in the woods somewhere. Like so, there were no jokes coming. And I realized how dependent on the take me away from the realistic nonsensical bullshit that happens in our life I was missing. It was awful, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was just like, man, something was missing that day. I was like, where? Yeah, all the whimsy was just gone. It was like just gone that day. So
it
I'm glad
didn't
we restored
exist. It did not exist. It was fucking terrible. Like I was like, this is the longest day in the history of days. It sucked.
Since then, the shenanigans have resumed.
Yeah, since then the shenanigans have resumed. What was the name of the song you sent me? By the way, I sent it to Santino, Lori, and Rose Scoville. What is it? I'm done with the bullshit.
Yeah, I'm done with the bullshit. It's so I don't know how I stumbled on this, but I'm like, oh my god, this is what I've been missing in my like repertoire of music. Like, yeah, Nick Hustles. He has one called "It's Gonna Be a Dope Ass Day." I'm just like, oh, I needed this so bad.
Dude, those two songs are bangers. For Wendy, thank you for joining us and watching. Heather, thank you for joining us and watching on Instagram as well. You have to go check out this song. I've had enough of the bullshit. If you want me to send you the link, just type it in the comments while the show's on. I'll send it afterwards. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So we have Jen has joined us in the back room as well. So let's get moving and start bringing some of the people forward. We'll start with Santino. So let's bring him forward. My guy, how are you?
I'm here. It's what day is it? It's Wednesday, and yeah, like I was just listening to the conversation, and I don't know, man, still reeling from that Monday, but something like this is kind of exactly what I needed right now. Just the interaction with you guys, just the community, being able to kind of loosen up, I have no hair, but let my hair down a bit. This
let it down, bro.
Yo.
Hell yeah.
This is exactly what I'm needing. So, I'm just so happy to be here with you guys.
You know what's really cool is like now we get to say this is annual. Like I have a pet peeve when people are like first annual. I'm like, it can't be a fucking first annual if it's never happened before.
That's true.
Like it's the first. So this is now our annual Wednesday before the holiday show that we do, and it's awesome because most people aren't working, or if they are, they're not putting any effort into any shit. They're just like, I'm here, give me my paycheck.
I swear to God, anyone who's listening to this at work right now, if you're being productive, you're doing it wrong. Just sit there and get paid until it's time to go home. Don't. You know how the saying goes. The company would replace you in a heartbeat. Take advantage of this downtime right now.
All right. So the whole point of
send the email on Monday. Send the email on Monday.
Yeah,
exactly.
Drop that triple O out of office. Leave me alone. All right, dude. The whole premise of this show is, something that we're thankful for, two things that have transpired this year, and something you're looking forward to carry into next year.
Oh boy. Okay. I've got a whole list of. I was kind of. Again, I've kind of been jumping into things unprepared lately. Usually I'm much more of a note taker, but I got my notes here. I do have a list of things that I was thinking about that, Obviously, one of the big ones, and this is sort of abstract, but it's the people around me. It's you guys. It's the people I work with. It's my wife. It's my daughter. It's, kind of my support system outside of work as well. And it's just, obviously anybody who follows me online, they kind of know where I'm at just in terms of, whatever, not to get like political or whatever, this and that, but the larger point being, over the past year, there's been a lot of people who I've made the conscious decision to kind of cut out. And, I really am glad that I've done that, because it's like, no, it's incredible to kind of have, people who see things not necessarily the way you see them, whatever this and that, because, that's always like, oh, you're making an echo chamber. And no, I'm not. But it's like, people who have similar philosophies, who see the world similarly, maybe not one to one, whatever, because it's like we were talking about on our conversation yesterday. It's very important to have those different perspectives as well, but at the same time, it's like, I'm very thankful for the fact that the people in my life are not as draining as some have been in the past. I think there's something to that where it's sort of like, it kind of helps us be our best self. And I know for me personally, just in terms of business, family, all of that, it's so important to have the right people around. So just the people in my life, I'm very thankful for.
It's not every day. It's not every day you hear the phrase, "I'm thankful for this person no longer fucking being in my life."
Exactly. But that's the reality of the situation. That's where we're at. It's 2025 in America. So, yeah.
Shout out to Joey Metzger. Thanks for joining us. The Running Behind Pod. Thanks for joining us on Instagram, Joey.
What's up, Joey?
What's up, Joey? What's up, everybody who's watching? But even just kind of beyond that, just to kind of continue to riff on that, being able to kind of have our standing thing where it's like Mondays, almost every Monday, 3 times a month, we got what's in your earbuds. And like you were saying before, we got our kind of our group texts that just throughout the course of the day, it'll be something where if it's me, if it's you, Joe, if it's you, Jason, whoever, like we're working something out and like all 3 of us putting our heads together on it. It's like, that's always, a lot of times that can be the highlight of the day right there. Cause it's like, okay, we got this problem solved. What else can I tackle now? That sort of thing. And then just even sitting around bullshitting, sharing music, sharing whatever. I mean, this is very important. And, it's kind of the same thing with family, with, friends, whatever, this and that, just kind of having those people where it's like, they're around just because you want them around, just because they want to be around, that sort of thing. And I think we do kind of take that for granted, especially the older we get. So I do just kind of want to take a moment to acknowledge the people in my life as who I'm very thankful for. And then, just kind of beyond that, my second thing I'd say, again, this kind of dovetails, we got our great community, whatever, this and that. And it's being able to do things like going out and running every day. And, even when we're not participating, like that Every Woman's Marathon, just being a cheerleader on the sidelines, that was such a fantastic experience.
That was so fucking dope, dude. That was so dope.
It really, it's so inspirational. That's the whole thing. So, it might sound like I'm plugging the EAC, and maybe I am a little bit, but really, our whole little community here, I'm very thankful for.
Plug away. We want to retire before we're 90.
Exactly. And anybody who hasn't signed up yet, this is why you sign up. You get this sense of community. And this is, I'm not bullshitting. This is 100% genuine right now. This is, this is how we talk behind closed doors to each other as well.
True.
This is how we talk to EAC members. It's, we're I hate to go with the platitudes, but we're kind of our own little family here,
But dude, like, here's the thing about it, right? Yeah, this is exactly who we are. And I've said this for so long. Like, it's hard enough to fucking be myself. Now imagine me trying to be somebody else.
Holy right? Shit. Thank you.
You got the fucking time for that.
Right. And, and just beyond that, it is, again, bringing those different perspectives to different events, things like that, whatever. I think a lot of times we can kind of, and we've talked about imposter syndrome before, and it's like, who are you to post your 10 miles at 9 minutes every day, whatever, like anybody cares. And it's like, no, wait, people do care. Like, this is awesome. Like, and then that makes me want to cheer on other people as well. So there is something about that, just spreading that gratitude that, I just love. And it was obviously there before, but I do kind of feel like our community that we've built here has really kind of taken it to the next level.
100%. People are popping in on Instagram. Joey, we love you too. And Catherine Baeza, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Santino, you want to hang around and meet a member of the EAC who is a dear friend of mine from yesteryear?
Absolutely. Let's party.
Awesome. Jen, my friend, how are you?
I am excellent. Thanks for asking. Thanks for having me on too.
Of course, Jen. This is Santino and Joe. Joe, Santino. This is Jen. Jen and I go back at least 10 years, right?
It's at least a decade. I was thinking about it today. Yep.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. I knew you before you were you. So
yeah, true.
Way before Run Try.
Yeah. Almost probably 6 years before Run Try Bike became a thing.
It's been at least 10. Yeah.
Yeah. And this company's 5 years old. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love that you do it.
Thank you. So one of the things I will say I'm thankful for is you coming back into my life this month, basically October, November.
Yes.
It's been fantastic to reconnect, and I appreciate you doing so and reaching out and always sending me a text message, typically unexpectedly. I don't know how else a text message comes. I don't know if you send a pre-text to say, hey, I'm sending you a text, but a text message unexpectedly every now and again that says you're on the bike or you're on the treadmill, and it's always heartwarming. So thank you.
Yeah, it is. You and I have done a lot of treadmill runs together where I've been cussing you out in my head and told you that afterwards. But grateful for every one of them because they were building blocks for getting me to some really great things. But yeah, you come to mind every once in a while, and when you do, I always send you that message so we can reconnect.
Oh wait, so it's copy paste? It's not even genuine.
I feel like I'm original. So.
You just have a folder of responses.
Yeah, I just write. Yes.
Send it to this guy. Click.
Yes, exactly. Right. But I will say, like, jumping off what Santino did, I mean, one of the things that I am grateful for this year is sport in itself. I had to shelve it or just not make it the priority that I wanted to make it for a lot of life circumstances. And it really fulfills me in a way that other things don't, and not just on a physical space. And I'm never going to be like one of those, I'm never going to be an influencer, never looking to be an influencer. I can do fantastic things and applaud myself for just getting up every day early before work and doing the things that I know help myself. And I am that everyday athlete.
Yeah, you are.
You know, I am, and I'm okay with that, and I hope everybody else is too.
I'm gonna call bullshit on the influencer thing, and like I think we've gotten the world mixed up in where you're an influencer if you have 15,000, 1 million followers.
Right.
You're an influencer because, like I just said, I get a text message from you that tells me you were just on the treadmill or you were riding the trainer, and that influences me, and it says, she's doing it. You have time to do it. You can figure out how to do it too. So we're all influencing. We're just not doing it in a way that we're selling, some protein powder that we got from, some brand new company out of left field.
I do strive to cheer on people,
and you do it well.
And I do know that when I was about to finish Ironman and I was so depleted and so over it, and at about a mile to go, and there was somebody on the sidelines that said she was the first one to tell me I was an Ironman, and I will never forget her.
That's fucking awesome.
Like, she seared in my brain forever. for that, because I really needed that boost at that time. And I try and do that cheer to people when I'm racing, and I'm getting back into racing, which I'm also really grateful for. I've made some commitments to do some races next year, and I'm like legit excited about it. So
Did you send me the list of races that you're in so I could update our
no,
spreadsheet?
I totally will though. Yes.
Okay.
I'll send you that surprise text.
Yes.
With
I need to make sure I have my pom-poms out so when you're racing, we're out there cheering.
I'm going to do it. I'm getting back into it. So
what year did you race Ironman Wisconsin?
I want to say it was 8 years ago. So is that
2017? Yeah.
2017 or 2018.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was, and then I went to nursing school. So
yeah.
That's its own triathlon.
To say the least, I'm sure.
It's horrible. So it's
but you've made it. You made it through the Ironman, and you've made it through nursing school. You've come out the other side, and
I am, likewise to that, I'm grateful for having evolved into the career that I have, because it does give me that place to really challenge myself on a medical sense, as well as really support people in a very holistic way when they really need that person to be in their life. I really get some precious moments out of the job that I do. And Santino, I am working tomorrow, and I have no choice but to bring my A game. So
yeah, you don't have a choice.
I don't. Well, I do, but I like to be the nurse that I am to the people that I care for.
There's a little more responsibility.
Yeah, there's some consequences to that.
I can't go out of the office in my world.
No, like me not putting up a graphic on Instagram is not the same as you putting an IV in on somebody. Let's be honest.
I am still having a cup of Jen every morning, though.
Yes,
so that is, fueled by caffeine.
That's it, as most of us are.
Yeah. The thing that I'm grateful for going into this next year is the confidence that I now have to do things that I wouldn't be doing otherwise. And the people that are supporting me and giving me their time and attention to make those changes, and to have that spirit back in myself to do some hard things.
Yeah. And you do hard things. Like, let's be honest, most people don't run on the treadmill as much as you do.
No.
And would perceive it as damn near impossible, the amount of miles and hours you put on that thing. And it's not easy. Like I'm a treadmill lover too. I love running on the treadmill, but you outpace me on the treadmill without a doubt. Like the miles you do are far more than what I do.
It is mind over body for sure.
Yeah.
And because the stop button is there the whole time.
That's a great point. I never thought about that.
You can just go, and you're not 10 miles from home where you'd have to admit defeat,
That's it. We're gatekeeping. Treadmill runners are better runners than road runners and trail runners.
I can run outside, but it's 9 degrees here today. So I am
that.
No
chance.
There's no layers for that. So, no, thank you.
My friend, thanks for joining us on the show. Really appreciate you. You know how to get in touch with me. Let me know what I can do to help you.
I will tell you my races. Glad to be here. It's so great to meet all of you, and I hope you have a great Thanksgiving.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Jen.
So I met Jen, like we said, about 10 years ago, and I coached her through Ironman Wisconsin back in 2017. I think it was 2017. And then Kettle Moraine 100 she did that either the year after, maybe the year before as well. Just one of my favorite people. Her son, I believe it's her son, where we ran into Sticky Wickets, pitched for the Atlanta Braves organization at one time. As a Met fan, I didn't care for that, but what am I going to say? Oh shit, what just happened?
Oh man, we're getting fancy with it here.
Whoa, that was wild.
Never seen anything like that.
That was weird. My laptop has been giving me grief lately. It's acting as well as Joe's internet.
God. Famously bad internet.
The moment Joe said he's got 30-mile-an-hour winds out there, I was like, yeah, I better keep Santino on the line.
For sure.
We have Coach Sabrina is watching us on Instagram. Hi, Sabrina. Thanks for joining us. And thank you for also sending me your article. I just interviewed Sabrina for How It All Started. That'll be coming out soon. And I got to meet her. We got to meet her at the Every Woman's Marathon while we were out there too, which was really fucking cool. I will say this. So I said it earlier that I want to tell the people that are coming on the show what I'm thankful for. And I told Jen, I tell this all the time, you know, she is an inspiration. She is a person who has given me a lot of joy in my life. And I'm super thankful that we were able to reconnect here just about a month ago, maybe 6-8 weeks ago. And she has since joined the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse, which I'm thankful for. And coming on to this show is really fucking cool for her to have done. I'm really thankful for that. Santino, to you, I've said this to you to your face in person, and I will let the world hear it now too. You have more confidence in me and the things that we're doing a lot of the time than I do of myself. And I appreciate that. You know, there's, you know, as the co-owner of this business with Lori, I get in the weeds and I wonder, is it good enough? Are we doing enough? And, you know, you're in the forest and you can't see the trees. And then you come along and you've taken over the community managing part of it, which has given me an opportunity to go and do other things. But you're always there with like a positive, like, nah, dude, we're on the right track. We're on, even if I can't see it myself. And so thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you for adopting us into your family, dude. Like,
Of course.
I don't like, so for people who may not know, when we went to the Every Woman's Marathon in Phoenix, which by the way, was our third trip in like 6 weeks. If I don't see Phoenix for like 8 months, I'll be happy at this point. Tired of making that drive on 10. But we went out to dinner with your mom and your stepdad and your daughter and Heather. And that was really fucking cool. Because the majority of my family is on the East Coast and my mother and my father have both passed. And so to like just be amongst family was really cool. We went out to dinner with you and Heather, Lori, myself, and Heidi. A few weeks back, we went to the vegan food night market, which was really cool to hang out and do. And then we went to the Native American street fair, I guess you would call it. And it was just like cool shit. We hung out in a coffee shop for like 3 hours, it feels like.
Yeah.
Just bullshitting. And it just feels like thank you for like allowing us to be a part of your family. That really is cool. Thank you so much for that.
Well, of course. No, thank you for, you know, coming and participating. And, you know, obviously last time around, birthday celebrations, this and that, whatever. But it's like, you know, you're always welcome. Just come hang out, whatever. And that's the thing. At my age, where I'm at right now, I'm not going to compartmentalize. You know what I'm saying? I'm very much sort of what you see is what you get. So it's like, I don't have to act a certain way in front of my family, in front of my friends, in front of whatever. It's like, let's just all have one big party.
Yeah.
Let's all get together here. We're all one big family. So you know, just to kind of play the Uno reverse there. I am somewhat bad at taking compliments, but I do appreciate the compliment. But just
the
to
trauma,
play the Uno
dude.
reverse here. Thank you for, you know, thank you for just coming and hanging out and participating. And you know, I know that, you know, if it was different, if I'm, you know, if we're all doing a big East Coast swing somewhere and you're hanging out with your family, I know I would be just as welcome. So
yeah, well, you got the invitation to the family group
I'm in the
chat.
group chat. That's right. Yeah.
Joe, Santino's in the family group chat, and we actually have family members that we didn't even fucking invite into the group chat.
That's awesome.
I was like, no, we're not letting that person in. Fuck that. but Santino, you want to come hang out? I will say this. Heather and you are definitely part of our family between Lori and I, because we have no pictures on our refrigerator except for Heather's graduation postcard that she sent.
I'm gonna have to look out for it on the next morning cup of Jason.
Yeah, it's right there above the whiteboard.
Nice.
I want to get back to joking, but I want to be serious for a moment. I thought about doing this at the start of the show, and to be honest, I just fucking forgot. But tomorrow is Thanksgiving holiday here in the United States, and I'm a little bit uncomfortable with the whole idea of Thanksgiving because over the past at least 6 weeks, I've gotten closer to Indigenous athletes, Indigenous people from Jordan and Mariah and Callie and Angel and two Brandons that I've met. And it's not a day of celebration for the Indigenous people. And so I'm uncomfortable with this idea of happy Thanksgiving, and I'm happy that I'm uncomfortable with this idea of a happy Thanksgiving. And I hope that those who are watching and listening also get slightly uncomfortable with this idea of happy Thanksgiving, because it's not all fucking unicorns and rainbows. And we should remember what has happened over the course of the history of this country with regards to Indigenous people and Native Americans. And so I'm going to be thankful to Rising Hearts and Jordan and Lexi and Mariah and Lace and Angel and Callie. And I'm sure I'm missing probably another 10 names on this list for allowing me to be uncomfortable and ask awkward questions and try to learn. Becky Croft, Elsie Long, Rebecca Bowman, who just got married, so I apologize because I think she has changed her last name, has really given me a lot of insight and learning into the day tomorrow that it is. And so, I want to thank them for, again, allowing me to be uncomfortable and allowing me to ask questions and to learn from them. Because it's not fucking easy, man. Like Mariah tagged me in a post on LinkedIn today, and I reshared it, and I said I've been uncomfortable, and I'm not fully free of the uncomfortability, but I'm learning to be, because I'm being allowed to ask questions and learn more from them. And I hope others do the same and follow suit. Go give Rising Hearts a follow. Go give Mariah a follow. Go give Angel a follow and Callie a follow. We've been sharing their stories throughout November for Native American Heritage Month. So go give them a follow and get uncomfortable in stripping down the things that you had learned and sort of relearning stuff. So, and to the two of you, thank you for giving me that opportunity to kind of get that off my chest. Joey, thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. Joey Metzger said, well said. So I want to go back to unless you guys have something to contribute. I don't mean to step all over you.
Oh, no, I would just say, 100% co-sign what you just said. But, even beyond that, for anyone who may be interested, and I know for me, it's a constant learning journey. I'm obviously not Indigenous, but, being of Caribbean origin, there is some, if you look up like the history of the Taino people and things like that in Cuba, where that's kind of my ancestral homeland, things like that. The New World was essentially stolen. I don't think that's a controversial thing to say. It's on us to kind of educate ourselves about that. And I would just suggest, if nothing else, I'm not saying don't have your celebration tomorrow, whatever this night, if that's
Right.
your thing, but Google is free. It takes 30 seconds. Just look up whose stolen land you're on and just take a second tomorrow. You don't even have to, if you got your weird, whatever uncle that, you're worried about upsetting, you don't have to say anything out loud, but just to yourself, silently acknowledge the land you're on and who it was taken from. And that's all I'll add.
Joe, I'm not looking to put you on the spotlight, but if you have something to add, by all means do.
No, I mean, I certainly agree with everything he said. And, it's coming from someone who lives in like middle America, who hasn't been exposed to like a lot of diversity. It's been really like eye-opening, like learning these things. So to me, it does make me uncomfortable, but like you said, it's a good thing. And I'm learning. And so I'm always thankful to get exposed to like new things, even if the topic is something that does make people uncomfortable. That's beautiful too. So that's all I have to say. Just I'm just glad to be able to learn these things too.
Here's something that's really cool. So Lori grew up in the Pacific Northwest, and she was taught about indigenous people a lot, she says. And I grew up in New York City, where either I blocked it out or it just never happened. The lessons that we learned growing up just basically didn't exist. It's kind of wild. Like, I think we often assume that we've all gotten the same education. And the reality is it's not even close, right? Not even close to having the same education. So take a moment, go. Heather, Santino's wife, put it out there. She said it's native-land.ca. So go there and you can find where you live and the lands that you're on, and take a moment to recognize that. So thank you for go ahead.
Yeah. I love that website. I've been using that to learn about everywhere I trail run. So great resource too.
Thank you guys for letting me have that moment. So let's bring the banter and the joking back in. So one of the things that I have been able to get back in touch with in my life is baseball. And I'm super thankful for Lori for being like, buy the Major League Baseball TV package. I don't give a shit if you watch baseball, right? Like, why would I care? And I don't know, my previous life, there was a care. And so is there something that's a little less serious? Like, Joe, you're a huge music fan. Santino, I know you're a big music basketball fan. Like, is there anything in that world that you're like, man, I just did not expect this to come along?
I'll let Joe go first. If it looked like you had yours queued up, so I don't want to put you on the spot. If not,
God, something. So something I wasn't expected to learn.
Yeah, like out of the world. Like, dude, you just sent us songs about let go of the bullshit. Like, come on. I didn't expect that song to come into your life in 2025.
That's definitely a recent one, but something I didn't expect to learn about music, and then I'm gonna tie this into the playlist, because I would like to think of myself as a varied person, but I am very reluctant to be open-minded about music, and that having the what's in your earbuds and that playlist has opened me to so many different kinds of music. Like, if you would have told me a year ago that I would be listening to Latin pop music while I'm running, I would have thought you're full of shit. So, and there's so that's just been pretty eye-opening. It's been really cool. Or listening to Lady Gaga or no way I would have believed.
I just realized that, Santino, we made a Hispanic Latino Oreo with Joe as the white in the middle.
Oh, right?
This is the living embodiment of the Selena Gomez. Oh shit! Lori put on Instagram that the Mariners gave me my first ball in all of my 50 years when we were living in Seattle. JP Crawford threw it over the fence and I caught it. As a matter of fact, I have it right here. It's like my fidget spinner when I'm working.
Oh, how cool is that?
Heather called it a Jorio. Santino, what was unexpected from the world of music or sports or whatever that you're like, man, I'm so thankful for this?
Honestly, okay, when you said baseball, I was never a minor league fan, but obviously circumstances forced me into following minor league a little bit more this year. Oakland Ballers, very thankful for that. Pioneer League champions in my first year following them, which is like, come on. Music, again, really not blowing smoke, but like what's in your earbuds. I've just got stickers for everything right now. What's in your earbuds is another one that it's really helped expand my horizons. And I'm somebody who likes to kind of venture out when it comes to music anyway. I certainly have never been able to kind of pigeonhole myself to just one genre. But, even still, I think sometimes there's those things that you don't necessarily have to go digging for. It was just right there on the surface, but somebody else was the one who kind of shined the light on it for you. And it's like, oh, this is awesome. So, that's definitely another big one. Honestly, even beyond that, just to kind of get, a little, I guess, more abstract with it, just kind of some of our weird little foodie conversations that we have, things like that. I'm not vegan like you guys are, but, you guys have opened my eyes to a lot of really great, like, vegan options, things like that, whatever. I'm certainly not like anti-vegan or anything. I certainly, we do our meatless, not necessarily meatless Mondays, but maybe once or twice a week we'll have a meatless day around the house. And it's like, it's so cool to just kind of, we're not necessarily sitting there sharing recipes, whatever, but just kind of picking up techniques from you guys. Or I never would have discovered Nami if it wasn't for you, Jason.
Yeah.
Tacos Veganos, just down the street from me. So, it's just a lot of the little things where it's like, it's kind of great to be reminded that you got this thing you like, but you don't know everything about it. So, somebody else comes along and shows you something new, and it's like, it makes you like what you already liked even more.
It's fucking cool. Lori chimed in, instead of a jodio, it's a jodio. We need to call Mondelez and get us a...
Seriously, Mondelez, what are you doing? What are you doing right now?
What are you doing?
I literally, okay, I got my notebook in front of me here. I don't know if you can see this. I literally have Oreos just randomly written down on my list where we're talking about, what are you thankful for? So
here's the beauty of what we have built or are building is, like, I told Joe, like, just getting to know him over the past year has been crazy awesome. But, like, if you look at Joe on the surface, right? White dude from Indiana, mustache, works, with wood and machinery, right? You've already painted a stereotype in your mind of what that is. And then he's sending over fucking links to the Wu-Tang Clan. And he's like, yeah, I'm eating fried tofu. I'm making tofurkey for dinner, like, tomorrow. And you're like, who the fuck is this guy? It's so fucking cool, man. Like, you were like, again, people, if they just saw your picture, there's no way they would know the depths of who you are and the shit that you have done, man. It's awesome.
I take great pride in being a weird little
and having the worst internet in the fucking planet, what you take pride in.
Yeah.
you gotta say Wu-Tang's for the internet, dude. That's the only way it works.
Wu-Tang is pretty.
I can't wait for Method Man to reach out to us and be like, can you guys come on my show? Could you like dream big, like dream as big as you could possibly dream from the world of music, Joe? Who could reach out that would say, hey, I need you guys from the What's in Your Earbuds crew to come on my podcast? Who would you want that to be?
Oh, dang. That is a...
He's frozen. He's filibustering.
Yeah.
Who would I have? Man, how cool would it be to have... Let me pick two people. Maynard James Keenan would be cool. And what about Method Man? Method Man would be fantastic on a podcast.
It would be so awesome to go on his podcast. So if we're going on this Maynard guy, are we at the Vineyard, or like, where are we going on his podcast? Right, because he's the Vineyard guy, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
See, I remember half the shows we talked about.
Yep.
Method Man and Maynard would be a good show. Heather chimed in, and she chimed in with going on the Henry Rollins podcast. Santino, who they don't actually have to have a podcast right now, but if they reached out, who would it be?
I'll tell you who for me. And when you said it, name immediately popped up. I met him once. I was this was back when I was working as a som in the Napa Valley, so I had to be very kind of buttoned up, conservative, whatever this and that. I see him walking in, and it's like, but I had to kind of like tamp it down. E40. So I'm sitting there, talking to Mr. Simmons about wine, but he had brought his own in. But but just to be able to kind of sit and talk about, and I've seen him interviewed, before on there's a History of the Bay is the name of the podcast that I watch on YouTube sometimes, and it's like just to be able to kind of sit and pick his brain like that, not in a professional setting where it's like, okay, tell me what you really feel about X, Y, and Z, whatever. That would be ideal for me.
Does he show up with like cases? Like, are his people carrying in cases of wine when he shows up? Like, what do you mean he has his own wine there?
Well, he's got his own wine label, so
right.
That's just kind of what he was bringing in. Yeah, I don't recall him bringing cases, to be honest with you, but I did, after talking to him, I did add his wine to our wine list, which was a point of contention with the GM, but you know what? That place went under shortly after, so they had the wrong person in charge. The wine list, my wine list, won 2 Wine Spectator awards back to back with E40's wine on it, so there
you go.
That is so cool.
I don't know who I would want to have on this list, because like I immediately start thinking about New York, musicians. And so like I'm Alicia Keys or Jay-Z or LL Cool J, or the folks the crew that started basically hip hop out of the Bronx, all of them. And then I was like, well, Bad Bunny would be fucking cool. Like to be like, have him catch wind that what's in your earbuds is happening. And he's like, hey, I want to have the 3 of you schmucks come on my show. Like,
that'd be so cool.
That'd be so dope.
Oh yeah.
Be like, yeah, can I also be in the halftime show?
Could you imagine the gamut that you could cover with Bad Bunny? Just between music and culture in general, Puerto Rican culture, and just food, all of that, and I mean, he's a big baseball guy, he's a sports guy. He might be the ideal podcast guest right there.
It would be wild.
Who's his management team? Who do we have to reach out to?
Just so you know, I reached out to Courtney DeWalter. Somebody said, "Oh, we need to get her on the show," and I was like, "I'll just reach out to her." So I will reach out to anybody, anywhere. Like, we'll just send them a message. Worst case scenario, it gets ignored. Best case scenario, they're like, "Yeah, sign us up."
Right? Exactly.
Shout out to John Gray, who's joined us on Instagram. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Hope all is well. All right, so we talked about music. Joe, are you a sports fan, like outside of running?
No, I mean, I follow Notre Dame just because it's like what we do here, but that's about it. That's about it.
So who from the Notre Dame family, if they were hosting a show, you'd be like, man, I'd love to go on their podcast and be interviewed by them as a guest?
I would say
Charlie Weiss.
Yeah, maybe not. He wasn't very popular, but when Tua was playing for Notre Dame, I would like to talk to him, or God,
I'm so old, dude. I'm like Tony Rice, Raghib Ismail.
Or I would like to talk to Rudy. I mean, Rudy was a walk-on, so and that movie
Jerome
is like
Bettis.
Jerome Bettis.
Joe Montana, come on now.
Joe Montana.
Yeah. There's so many.
Didn't Randy Moss go to Notre Dame? Oh no, he was at Florida
he went to
State.
Marshall.
Yeah, but he was at Florida State before he went to
Yeah.
Marshall. There's a lot of Golden Domers that would be amazing to have them interview you as a guest. Santino, who from the world of sports could have a podcast, and if they said, "Hey, I need you on the show," you would be like, "I'm in."
Oh God, that's tough. Heather just threw out Sandy Koufax, of course, but that would just be more for me to kind of.
It'd be more like weekend. Is Sandy Koufax still with us?
He is, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll keep my Weekend at Bernie's jokes to myself then.
I'd say beyond that, though, I always kind of thought you remember? I think it's still on. I haven't seen it on HBO recently, but do you remember the Barbershop? LeBron.
Yes, the LeBron. Yeah.
So yeah, I often fantasize about, okay, if I was ever like somebody in a position to get invited to that show, like that would be really cool to sit around and chat with LeBron and Maverick Carter and all of them about
would be dope.
whatever. Also, the have you watched the, what is it, 717 in Brooklyn with Carmelo and
No.
not the one who became big time, but the one who's still doing podcasts from Desus and Mero. Was that Desus or Mero? Mero. Yeah. That's phenomenal too. I'd like to sit down and have a chat with them for sure.
I need to watch that. Like for me, it's the 86 Mets minus Lenny Dykstra because he's too much of an asshole.
Yeah.
But like, I want to hear Strawberry and Gooden and Hernandez and Hojo and Ray Knight, and that whole Roger McDowell and that whole 86 team, because I watched it when I was 13. I watched them smoking cigarettes in the fucking dugout. I heard the stories of them snorting cocaine in the clubhouse. Like that group was wild, man. And they're the ones who shaped my whole like personality, if you think about it, right? Like it would be wild to be able to get all of those dudes that on a podcast and just talk about 85 and the disappointment in 85, then winning in 86, and then the disappointment in 87 would be just amazing to hear those conversations.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Now you got me thinking, like, what would be as a team? Huh.
Here's another thing to think about. Joe, you said you're not a big sports fan in this regard, but I've told Lori I need to get her to watch the 30 for 30 about the Big East. Santino, I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Oh, yes.
So fucking good, man. And that's the kind of like sports I grew up on when you're talking about Chris Mullin and Willie Glass and Ronnie Cycli and oh gosh, who are these other guys? Jerome Lane from Pitt, Billy Donovan out of Providence, yeah, Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo, Allen Iverson, like the list goes. Villanova back then, the whole '85 squad. The list goes on and on and on. That would be a podcast to get on. Shout out to Becky Robinson. Thank you for joining us. John Gray said, "Go Lakers." He would, I presume, he would want to. He's either repping for you, Santino, or he'd love to get on a podcast with Luka Doncic.
Who wouldn't love to get on a podcast with? Like, come on now. That dude's playing out of his mind this year.
He is. Joe, are there people in like the world of woodworking that are like famous people that you'd be like, man, I'd love to meet that person for the, I don't even know what it is, dude, the joinery? Correct me.
Oh yeah. There's of course, like Nick Offerman's like a really popular woodworker. I mean, he has like an actual like functioning woodworking shop with like staff. So
we have a piece from his shop. Remind me after, I'll send you some pictures of it.
Oh, that's rad. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I'd love to talk to Nick Offerman. That'd be really cool.
You'd get the woodworking. You'd also get jokes in there too, because that dude is funny.
True.
As fuck.
Yeah.
For anybody who's just joined us on Instagram, if you want to come on the show, let me know. I will drop you a link. Becky, that's what we do. Becky said we just popped up when she opened Instagram. That's how we do it. We just pop up everywhere. Even when you don't want us.
RTB taking over for the 99 and the 2000.
I mean, look, we know people are going to be stuck in traffic at some point, driving. They're either at the airline counter getting frustrated, rental car counter getting frustrated. The uncle that you brought up earlier, Santino, is going to say something that you don't want to be a part of. You know, it's like,
we all have the same uncle.
Oh, well, I won't say too much, but Heather's sitting right here. She can vouch for me. We got a group text at like 7 o'clock this morning that's like, yeah, no, we're staying home tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm watching the Macy's Day Parade on a fucking loop for 24 hours.
Right? Yeah.
Sorry, I won't be able to make it. As a kid growing up, right, you probably more than likely had to go to the family meals and stuff like that. What was being served, Joe, that you were like, I cannot wait to get a second and third helping of?
Oh, so my grandmother has like like county-wide famous chicken noodles, which I mean, obviously chicken's out for me, but legendary. So that was always something that I would definitely go back second and thirds for.
What's chicken noodles? Like a soup?
Yeah, it's just like she would just like hand roll like these start like 4 a.m. and like hand roll all these noodles out. It'd be like she'd have these big fold out tables and flour and like roll all these noodles out. And I think it's made with like chicken stock or broth or something and little chunks of chicken in it. And it was like those noodles were just like everyone talks about those noodles like in the surrounding area around her home.
What did punk ass Joe Hardin do to the noodles on the table? Was he like adding extra pepper? Was he pushing it around?
Oh, we weren't like old school grandmother, right? We weren't allowed anywhere near that table. There was a spoon stuck in her bib, like apron. Yeah, she was handy with that spoon too. Surgical with that spoon.
Is the wooden spoon the equivalent to the chancla in the Hispanic family? So like we always say like moms and grandmas would throw a chancla at you, which is a slipper, if you were doing something bad.
This guy.
I swear to God, that thing was a fucking boomerang too. Like, how many chanclas does your grandmother or mother have? You have 2 feet. Why are there 50 chanclas around?
Yeah.
I guess the more important question is, why am I getting 50 chanclas tossed at me? Why didn't I learn my lesson?
Cálmate o te calmas.
Santino, was there during Thanksgiving a meal that you were like, oh, I can't wait to get second and third helpings of this?
I've always disliked Thanksgiving food. We don't do it. Hey, shout out to Porto's. If you're in the LA area, or even if you're not in the LA area, you can order it. We had it sent out to Arizona here, but Porto's is handling our Thanksgiving tomorrow. I would say maybe like stuffing I don't hate. Usually I can kind of sit and make a pretty big dent in the stuffing supply. I guess more the desserts were my thing, but even then it's like I don't dislike pumpkin pie or whatever, but it ain't cherry pie. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
I'm not a pumpkin pie fan at all. For me, it was always the stuffing. Like I like the sausage with the sage and the croutons, and the cranberries that would get in there for a little bit of tartness, and then you put a little bit of gravy over top of it. Like you could, don't get me wrong, when I was eating turkey, I loved it, but you could keep all of that shit and just give me a plate of stuffing, and I'd be thrilled. But it had to be the stuffing that you actually put in the cavity of the bird. So like the drippings and everything would get on it, and it would just have like that.
Gets that fat from the skin or something.
Yeah.
Something extra. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So good. I'm going to put you both on the spot. What's the reaction that you want to see when somebody is eating food? Santino, I'll go with you first.
It depends. It depends. Now, is it something I've made or like?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I'm not necessarily after that. What was that 80s movie that was a trope in the 90s and 2000s? Was it Harry Met Sally? I'm not after that reaction.
Yeah, no.
To me, it's more the you can kind of, there's degrees of silence. It's the good silence. You know what I'm saying? It's not that like, oh, let me try and think of something to say real quick silence. It's the, oh no, I can't be bothered to even talk. I'm enjoying this too much. That's the reaction I'm going for. If I've made something, or if it's like, oh, this is a restaurant I really like, and the table kind of falls silent, but you can tell in a good way.
Yeah.
That's the reaction I'm after right there.
Joe, what are you looking for?
Yeah, I'm going to kind of, because Santino brought up a good point. It's like, there's just like a pause when they first take a bite, and you can kind of see them like open up, like maybe you like look up a little bit, or like,
yeah.
then you know it's just like, it's slapping right now. Like this is the best thing they've had in a while. So that's the reaction I would want.
So speaking of slapping, right? When you go like this, and then you go like, motherfucker, that was so good. Like then, like that's what I want. Like it's an out of body experience that has just taken over, and they're like, can I get 30 more of whatever this is? Because I am in. That reaction is so good. Or when it's the silent nod, like it's like their brain can't process how good it is, that bite, and then it finally hits all the nerve endings, and then all the senses start chiming in, and you're like, this is the deal. Where's the meal that you've had that experience at, Joe?
Oh, damn. Recently?
Whenever. Memories.
I'm going to go back. Not too long ago, I was traveling for work, and I remember exactly where it was. Sorry. I was in Macon, Georgia, and I got lost. And I was like, I know there's a kimchi place around here somewhere. And we stopped into this, very unassuming, like brick block building, and had the best freaking kimchi I've ever had in my life. Kimchi pancakes absolutely blew my mind in this like hole in the wall in Macon, Georgia. Like, yeah. And it just,
Spicy?
I have never stopped thinking about this meal. And yeah.
No,
So,
not to totally derail us here, but kimchi pancakes, can you, is
Yeah.
it like, I'm assuming it's like a mushu type pancake where it's very thin. Is it rolled up with kimchi, or is there kimchi like in the actual?
yeah. So the best way I can describe it was like naan, but like loaded with kimchi.
Oh man, that sounds amazing. Yes.
And yeah, so, and her name was Kim. I remember her name, Kim Rutherford, who the pancake or the kimchi palace in Macon, Georgia, was the best damn meal that I can remember having. Like, it was just,
Oh wow.
and the experience, like it was just everything that I've ever like. I just want to go back just for this kimchi pancake.
I am blown away, dude. Not only do you remember the meal, you remember where, and you remember the name of the person that made it. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it just blew my mind.
Santino, how, like I'm already failed because there's no way I'm matching that description.
Yeah, that's a tough act to follow up. I've got a couple. When you said that, a couple came to mind. And for me, when it comes to food, and I don't necessarily like the term foodie. I don't call myself, because it's like, oh, you like food? Everybody likes food.
Right.
What kind of food do you like? But for me, I find that my kind of journey in food is, it's kind of compartmentalized into two completely opposite ends of the spectrum. Obviously, I like, kind of the fine dining experience. The problem with that is you often set yourself up for disappointment with certain places. But when a place lives up to it, and the restaurant I'm going to name is not there anymore, it's still a restaurant, but it's not the same one. It was the original location of Michael Mina on California in San Francisco. That was one of the best meals I've ever had in my entire life, and I was absolutely blown away. But then on the other end of the spectrum, I like to go to the hood. And obviously, anytime I go back to the Bay Area, it's a mandatory stop at two places: El Farolito on Mission in San Francisco again, and Everett and Jones Barbecue. Now, here's the secret. If you're from the Bay Area, you're already going to know what I'm going to say. There's one in Jack London, which is good, but that's the one you take your less adventurous, or maybe the like, oh, we're in a bad neighborhood, better lock the doors people. That's the one you take them to, although it's still not the nicest neighborhood. But those in the know, they go to the location on San Pablo where the sign is misspelled for some reason. And like there's not really a whole lot of sitting, and you do have to kind of worry about getting harassed by those less fortunate than us who might not have, but it's like, hey, I'll buy you something to eat, and it's like, oh no, give me money. It's like, okay, leave me alone. But that's the other location right there, the Everett and Jones on San Pablo, which it's technically in Berkeley, it's not even Oakland, but that's I dream about that place sometimes. And, maybe it's one of those things where it's like, because I don't have access to it regularly, and when I know I'm going back to the Bay Area, I already start thinking about it. But that is, I'm sure people from Texas, people from wherever, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this is better than your barbecue, whatever, but it's different. It's something completely, if you haven't experienced it, I can't even describe it to you accurately. Everett and Jones, San Pablo.
You just reminded me, there's a place, I don't think it's in business anymore, actually, but there was a place called Nick Tahoe's in Rochester, New York. And it had two locations. one in the white picket fence neighborhood and one in the no picket fence neighborhood. Let's put it that way. And
The
you,
cyclone fence.
yeah, like you go to the white picket fence one and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
But if you go to the one in the hood, it is really good. And I remember the first time we went there, we'll call him Chef in air quotes. He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, right?
Oh,
And like it's a griddle top. So it's called a garbage plate, and it's 2 hamburger patties, it's macaroni, it's coleslaw, and I think a biscuit. Like it's just like whatever fell off the truck, right? And they made a meal out of it. And it's hash browns, but not potatoes. He's smoking a cigarette and he's just fucking putting the ashes out right on the fucking griddle. Like he doesn't care, right? And you're like, I want some of that. So you're ordering all of that shit. And I remember, Santino, you made me laugh because I went to college with a dude named Mark Chapman, and he is as white as a sheet of paper. And we pull up to the one in the hood, and he's like, are we getting out here? He's petrified. I was like, well, here are your options. You can come inside with the 4 of us and have a crew, or you could sit in the car by yourself. Yeah, he came in with us. Oh my God, I'll never Nick Tahoe's Garbage Plate, Rochester, New York. If anybody's from Rochester, if that place is still around, let me know. But that's one of those places that you just reminded me of that story of that food. For me, on 48th and 3rd, I wish Kathleen Smith had joined us. It's a place called Smith and Walensky. It's a restaurant that, it's across the country. But we would go there when I worked on 47th and 3rd. So it must be on 49th and 3rd. I would go there and they would have hash. And so they would take, it's a steakhouse, Smith & Wellington steakhouse. So they take their, basically whatever leftover steak is, I guess, and they would chop it up with the potatoes and they would put a poached egg on top with hot sauce. And it was greasy as fuck. So a Friday when you're hungover from drinking all day on Thursday, that's your lunch. Cannot be beat. Cannot be beat. Now you had to take out a mortgage to pay for that meal at Smith & Walensky's, even though it was corned beef hash, basically. Got some good meals out of that company while I was working there. That's for damn sure. All right, so we've covered sports, we've covered food, we've covered music. Is there another topic that we need to touch on, or are we signing off and wishing everybody a wonderful rest of their Wednesday, safe travels, and good luck with the family tomorrow?
I'm sure it's going to be one of those things where, like, as soon as we
TV or movies.
Oh,
so people from the big screen. Joe, I'll put you on the spot first.
Okay.
What are you watching these days, or what would be your favorite TV show that you could rewatch constantly?
Oh goodness, I can rewatch The Office on a loop, Parks and Rec on a loop. But oddly enough, what I've been binge watching lately is, I don't know how I went down this rabbit hole, but I've been rewatching like the old 90s episodes of Cops on YouTube. And I can't get enough. I'm like, man, like we just did things different in the 90s, didn't we? I'm just like, damn, like it's rough. But also I'm just like, full disclosure, I wasn't always on the right side of the law. So I'm like, no, like run. So it's like, I kind of, so it's like, it's been interesting. Like, I don't know how I got hung up on watching old school Cops episodes, but that's been my recent thing. So
the algorithm knows, dude. Heather said, check out the Tampa episodes of Cops. Put that, make sure you YouTube search that Tampa episodes of Cops.
Will do.
That reminds me, like, if you ever watched the show First 48, like every episode is in Dallas. And I don't think that show was meant to be a Dallas-based show, but every fucking episode is in Dallas. It's wild. Santino, you got a show or a movie?
Oh, boy. I'm sure I do. I've been trying to get caught up on One Piece before the new season comes out, for all my anime people out there. Beyond that, we recently finished Alien Earth. It was very good. little worried that it's not going to get picked up or renewed or whatever, but it's definitely one that you have to watch without distractions. Timothy Oliphant, like, why does that guy not win like awards for everything he's in?
Wild.
Like,
So good,
just
so good.
seriously, one of the most versatile actors of his era. Movie wise, I tell you what, I finally got around to seeing Weapons. That's a very solid, probably my favorite new horror movie of the year for sure.
I'm going to let you guys go here in a second, but Heather just chimed in. She said there is a great clown prostitution episode.
Yeah, there is. You got that.
And
I forgot about that.
And
Now I'm gonna watch it.
buy me a carton of cigs and a shrimp dinner. Whatever that means. Joe, let us know what that looks like. Are you guys willing to take a chance on feeling insulted?
No, hey, I insult myself every day.
I guess I got thick skin.
We're all family here. So Santino, I know who I would pick to play Joe in a movie. And the mustache is it, like fucking Tom Selleck, and the mustache is playing. If this podcast episode became a movie, Tom Selleck is sitting in the middle for sure.
Okay, what about Nick Offerman though? He's got the fantastic mustache and the woodworking skills.
I'll take
I
both
don't know
of those.
why. I don't know why, but for Santino, I've got Denzel Washington in my head. Like, I mean, you can't go wrong with fucking Denzel. That's not an insult.
You thought I'd be insulted by that?
Yeah, that's a solid. Yeah, solid.
But like Training Day, Denzel.
Ooh, even
Right?
better. Come on now.
Yeah, like, oh, you motherfuckers gonna learn something.
I mean, hey, King Kong got nothing on me. So.
That's right. Joe, who are you casting as Santino and myself in the movie remake of the Wonderful Wednesday episode?
Oh God. Okay. Well, I know we've joked that you look a lot like Bradley Cooper, so let's go with and Santino. Oh damn. Gosh, yeah. Let's go with man, you hit the nail on the head with Denzel Washington though.
Yeah, he's giving off Denzel vibes today.
Yeah.
It's the leather jacket. It's the leather jacket.
I mean,
in Training Day,
what
he's in that jacket while he's driving down the street with Ethan Hawke.
And he has that sweet ass Monte Carlo too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Santino, who are you casting as Joe and myself in the Wonderful Wednesday remake movie?
Okay, so this is gonna be I hope this isn't controversial. I didn't care for the new Happy Gilmore. I'm one of the few people who didn't, but I enjoyed the dynamic between Bad Bunny and Travis Kelce, and I'm seeing it right now. Like,
nice. Okay. I like that.
So the opening song is Nueva York, and somewhere in the middle we have Wood from Taylor Swift.
There we go. There we go.
Heather, you could have Pedro Pascal play you. Absolutely. Zero doubt.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely 100%. This would be one hell of a movie. This would be one fucking hell of a movie. Which means we have to have a sequel. So because this has now become an annual event, we will see everybody here in 365 days. But make sure you check out all of our other shows on the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network, from What's in Your Earbuds to the Fireside Chat to Fiery Embers to Beyond the Finish Line, as well as Enduring Minds. Honestly, you guys have made the network just unbelievable. I looked earlier today, and we're nearly at 15,500 downloads since we launched the network, which would be a year and 3 or 4 months, which is unbelievable to me.
Wow.
And it's because the community, man, it put out what you want to do, and the people that will be attracted to it will show up. If you're listening to this episode and you're not a member of the Everyday Athlete Clubhouse, make sure you join us, because we have other podcasts that are exclusive to the Clubhouse. Our Party of Five, our open mic. We started out with Triple 30, which was 30 podcast episodes in 30 days that were 30 minutes long. And we really got to know each other in there, which I think has made the bond that we all have with each other even stronger because we've gotten to know each other. We've, pulled off the armor, showed our vulnerability and our honesty, and are willing to laugh at ourselves as well as willing to make fun of each other at the same time, which takes a lot of trust. Right. Joe, any parting words before you go start making your tofurkey?
Yeah, nothing. Just thank you all. I mean, it means a lot to me to be a part of all this. So yeah, just thank you, and thank you, Santino. It's been really cool getting to know you. More recently, it's been really cool, and yeah, I'm stoked to be a part of the AC, and yeah, that's all I really got. Just gratitude.
And we'll all be seeing you on October 10th as we make our way around a 1 mile loop at Hustle in the Heartland.
Hell yeah! Thank you so much for signing up. Too. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I can't wait to show you around a little bit, and we're gonna have one hell of a good time. So
I said this to Lori yesterday when I was looking for pictures to send to Santino to introduce the Run Club tour. I said, when I looked for Lebanon, Indiana in Unsplash, I was like, unless Indiana looks like the Middle East, I don't think these are pictures. And so Joe sent me an awesome picture that we'll be announcing the Run Club tour. Santino, I put it in your hands. Do you have a day as to when you'll start to drip out the teasers?
I was thinking halfway through December, we're going to start seeing teasers, and then New Year's, we're hitting the ground running. We're really going to be plugging the Run Club, and everybody who's listening, I really hope that you can make it to whatever the closest stop to you is, because this is us. You know what I'm saying? I want you to come hang out with us. We'll stop and we'll grab a bite. We'll grab coffee. It'll be all sorts of, it's a party. It's a party atmosphere, wherever we come. We got ODB over here.
Oh,
He's available for adoption.
Look at the kitty.
ODB. Is Kevin Durantula in the cage?
He is over in the cage. Yeah.
Kevin Durantula.
But no, that's like for real, everybody. Just keep an eye out for the Run Club announcements. They're going to be here before you know it, and I really hope to see you all there. I think I think this is going to become a big thing that people are going to be looking forward to year in and year out. We'll be doing different stops every time. So,
yep. And coming on December 1st, we'll have a awesome set of jokes for you guys to come and hang out with and watch. Joe's giving the boop on ODB. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out. We really appreciate it. Enjoy your time with your friends and family. And if you can't, slide in those earbuds and listen to one of our shows and get yourself away from whatever argument may be unfolding at the kitchen table that you don't want to be a part of. Have a great one, everybody. We'll see you
later.